Hey everyone, how's it going today? So I'm finally deciding to make a video about my thoughts and reactions to the Lexington BBQ Festival. I know it's been about a week, week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. But I decided to finally talk about it right now. For those of you who don't know, Lexington, North Carolina is very famous for its barbecue. It's one of the most popular barbecue cities along with Kansas City, pretty much the whole state of Texas. And Lexington's pretty famous for it. A lot of specials on the Food Network, stuff like that. So we decided to go this year. We actually live in Lexington, but we moved in right before COVID. We didn't go the first year we moved here, and then COVID happened. They didn't have it for like 2 years. Anyway, we went to it this year. First off, it was packed. Thousands of people, and we have two kids. One who is 5, and the other one who's newborn. So we wanted to see, what kind of kids stuff they had there. And they had a lot of stuff for kids to do. A lot of bouncy houses, a big dinosaur exhibit. Our oldest son had a great time. Great time. Obviously, our youngest son was in a stroller and slept. But no, a lot of things for kids to do. And it was we bought a unlimited ride wristband, and that was $20, I believe. And it was money well spent. I think he had a great time. Had a definitely got the money's worth. So next I'll talk about the vendors. There were a lot of vendors there selling a lot of different things, a lot of handmade crafts. All the places in downtown, all the stores were open, obviously getting great business. Probably the busiest day of the year. Because if you know anything about Lexington downtown, 2 days a week, all the stores are closed. But overall, that was pretty good. I can't remember if we bought anything, but our son got his face painted. They did have a face painter there, and that was pretty good. So he enjoyed that. He got a dragon painted on his face. So next, I'm going to talk about the food. Now, the food is where I had my big problem. First, they had your typical fair food there. There were places that sold, like deep fried Oreos and funnel cakes and your blooming onions, and that stuff's fine. Just your run of the mill stuff. And they had the most popular place that they had there was the apple pies. They were making homemade apple pies right there. Mixing the dough, everything, deep frying them right there. The line was the longest one by far. Maybe 100 people at a time in line there. It was crazy. So that place was packed. Now, I'm going to get to my real beef with the Lexington BBQ Festival. And that's the barbecue of the Lexington BBQ Festival. This festival is supposed to be about barbecue. Now, they have 3 tents, I believe, set up. I believe it was 3. There might have been a 4th, but I believe it was only 3. Now, your option was 1, a hot dog, or 2, a barbecue sandwich. Either with coleslaw or without coleslaw. I got one of both. They were with red slaw, which I much prefer, by the way. I think red slaw is way better than white slaw. But I got one of both to see. I much prefer the one without slaw. I'm usually 50-50. Sometimes I like barbecue sandwiches with slaw. Sometimes I don't. I preferred the one there without. And the barbecue was great. Don't get me wrong. The barbecue was delicious. But here's my problem. You're Lexington, North Carolina. You have tons of barbecue restaurants. You're known for barbecue. So, you would think all these restaurants would be represented. Now, if you know anything about Lexington, North Carolina, none of the barbecue restaurants are downtown, like on the main street. Well, one is, but it wasn't right on Main Street where the festival is. All the barbecue places are all throughout the town. None of them were represented. They only allowed 3 tents with hot dog or barbecue sandwich. You are the Lexington Barbecue Festival. You should be showcasing pulled pork, chopped pork. Well, first of all, Lexington is known for its pork, but you could still have had all these places also carry brisket and chicken and sausage and all that good stuff, and it's ridiculous. 1 sandwich and a hot dog for the Lexington Barbecue Festival. That's where I had my major problem. Now, come on. You should have had a much wider array. Now, maybe maybe for some reason they couldn't do it. I can't imagine why. It's not like you're hauling this stuff across the country. The stuff is all right there. All your restaurants within 10 minutes of this place. So I don't understand why you couldn't do it. And that was my biggest beef. We had a good time. The environment was good. There was no problems. The friendliest people, it's small town south. It's small town in the south. It was extremely nice people, extremely good time. I had a problem with the fact that the barbecue wasn't representative at the barbecue festival. That was my biggest problem. Now the two sandwiches I had were great. The one without slaw was a little bit better. So I'm not complaining about the quality of it. I'm just complaining about the amount of it and the diversity of selection. I had a real problem with that. So everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.